In the meantime, I request our regular devotee of ISKCON, they are sitting here. They can please sit in the room. We have made arrangement over there. And let all the doctors and the who has come for the first time, let them sit here. I request our devotees, they can sit there. That is Prabhuji both. Beyond his such a wonderful engagement in writings and handling that with their feet, his teaching, Lord Prabhuji played also a very vital role in developing educational curriculum, mentoring aspiring devotees, and conducting spiritual retreats. He is also a member of ISKCON Board of Examinations and the GB Administrative Council. He is a disciple of His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj, who in turn is a disciple of His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada, who is a founder Acharya of ISKCON, which is known as International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or Hare Krishna Movement. So with this brief introduction, let's welcome Prabhuji in this August assembly by taking shelter of the holy name once again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I request all of you if you can put your mobile phone out and put on silent mode, we can have uninterrupted discourse. And if you have any question during the discussion, just mark it for the end. So let's discuss it over and then you can ask the question. Thank you.
I wanted to clap in between when Swamiji's Vibhav was mentioned, but at least at the last.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
My humble gratitude to Divakar Prabhu for such an auspicious inauguration of our event. I remembered my childhood days. My father specifically joined me in a school in my 8th grade. The school's name is Balabhanu Vidyalayam. Why he chose that school, which is like 1 hour bus journey from our home? Because in that school, every day morning, all the children, about 700-800 students, would gather in our big assembly hall, and we would recite the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam, Rudra Namakam Chamakam, and Mantra Pushpam, Purusha Suktam, Sri Suktam, all this. So I just recollected those memories when all these wonderful devotees are reciting that. Am I audible? Okay. So anything that, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Anything auspicious beginning, any auspicious beginning will lead to an auspicious ending. So we are all here gathered at Divakar Prabhu's home to discuss something which is very relevant to our day-to-day practical lives, which is stress management. That's what I was told. Yes, let's discuss about that. Definitely we are relieved from the stress by hearing such auspicious invocation prayers. But still, once we go out of this assembly, there are many other day-to-day stressors that overwhelm us. Let's try to deal with it. Stress is of multiple types. As doctors, all of you know, stress can be at multiple levels. One simple stress is physical stress, where you work so hard and you become little tired and fatigued. Some people call it stress. Okay, fine. There's something called verbal stress, where when you are speaking, you give stress to some points that you make. You emphasize on some important elements of your speech so that the people take the message nicely. There you are stressing a point in your speech. But these two are normal. But most of the human beings in this world are concerned with the third type of stress, that is mental stress. The stress that we experience on the level of mind. Now, as doctors and other supportive staff to exalted physicians, what do you think? Is stress good or bad? Simple question. Is stress good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, some say bad. How many of you say bad? Raise your hands. By the way, I don't want to speak alone. I'll feel bored. I want you to speak also in between. You need to participate in the discussion. Otherwise, it will be too didactic. I will not get any rasa. I am here to learn from you also, not only speak in front of you. And many of you are quite elder to me, experienced. Yes, I am experienced in a certain field. In the last 15 years, 16 years, I have been a monk and I have some experience in that field. But you are in the mainstream society, contributing a lot to the mainstream society, especially to the physical bodies of people. So, and as family members, as parents, as mothers and fathers, you have more exposure to the real world. Brahmacharis are more exposed to the scriptures. We have our own protected environment of the Brahmachari ashram, where our primary activity is to study the scriptures and share that knowledge with others. Because the other members of the society, the majority of the members of the society who are grahasthas, who are family members, they're working in the mainstream society, contributing to the other sections of the society. They don't have so much time. Therefore, we as monks or brahmacharis have this humble service of studying the scriptures and presenting them in a format that is relevant or relatable or understandable for all of you. We are your servants. So, I'm here to learn from you also, I'm saying. So, we need to understand that stress can be seen in multiple perspectives. Some said stress is bad. How many of you say stress is bad? Let's come back to the original question. Stress is bad. Okay.
Stress is good.
Okay. Some.
It increases the productivity.
Yes. How many of you say stress is good, as she said?
High stress, some amount of
Whatever. Some stress is good. What's your name? What stress do you have? First to tell me. First to tell me the spelling of stress. If somebody takes away this toy, then he'll be stressed. Okay, good. It's a bag. Oh, bag in the form of a dolphin? Okay, very nice. Will not cause stress to you, Prabhu. May you enjoy. Okay. Yes, as she said, some amount of stress is good. Let me put it this way. Stress is of two types. Positive stress and negative stress. Positive stress is that which brings up to our full potential. Let me give a simple example. How many of you have a rubber band? Rubber band you have? Rubber band?
Rubber band.
Anyone here?
More you stretch.
Rubber band.
Rubber band.
okay.
That is
Okay.
Give.
Yeah, this will help.
Pause it, pause it.
Okay, fine. No problem. Okay, fine. Say the diameter of this rubber band is about, say, 2 inches, right? 2 inches. Now I often ask kids, how many sheets can you fold in it? Fold and keep in it. You roll some sheets and put in it. So some 10, 20, this is little bigger, it's okay. Some 10, 20 sheets it can accommodate. And I asked them, can it accommodate more number of sheets? They say yes. How many? They say 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. How? You can expand it. Now it's 2 inch diameter, it became 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So it can accommodate even 100 sheets also with such big diameter, right? But if you try to put 500 sheets in it, it will break. It has some capacity to stretch itself, right? It has some elasticity, you can stretch to some degree, and at some point, if you stretch more than this, it will break, right? So if you stretch it little bit, you can accommodate 100 sheets or 150 sheets, but if you try to fit 300-400 sheets in it by rolling, it will break. So this is a condition where there is no stress. This is a condition where there is positive stress. If I stretch beyond it, it will become negative stress, and whoever is the owner of the rubber band, they will beat me. So please pass it on to them. So positive stress is a stress that helps us to grow up to our full potential. Otherwise, we'll remain in our comfort zone. Not having any stress at all, always being in a comfort zone physically, mentally. If you don't stress yourself, you don't stretch yourself, we will not grow. For example, body, it requires some exercise. If you're always sitting on a nice, soft cushion sofa and the body is not getting any stretching at all, then you'll have other diseases, right? As doctors, you know better than me. So some stress is required, whether it is physical or mental or verbal. If I don't stress any syllables in my speech, if I don't stress any points or any statements or any lessons in my speech, the speech appears very monotonous for you. There should be some voice modulation. Some syllables must be stressed. Now they were chanting the Vedic mantras. So when chanting the Vedic mantras, there are some Udartha, Anudartha and Swarita. Some syllables must be stressed more. Some you have to put less stress. Some you have to utter them twice, like twice the duration of the syllable. Daivi. So like that you need to utter one syllable twice as the time it takes. That is called Swarita. So like that, while speaking also we stress some syllables. Body also needs some kind of stretching and some action and some kind of strain is required. Similarly, mind also requires some stretching, some stress. So that stress is called positive stress. But negative stress is that stress that makes us very anxious, very insecure, very fearful. And we feel drained. We enter a zone of negativity. So that is negative stress. But in life, we need some kind of positive stress. For example, a bowman is holding a bow and an arrow, right? So the bowman, before releasing an arrow forward, he will pull the arrow backwards. Then he will release it. If the desired movement is forward, why is he pulling it backward? What is the reason for him to pull the arrow behind? He's supposed to push it forward, right? Why is he pulling it behind? That pull is required. Say if he pulls only a little bit, the arrow will just fall just 3 feet ahead. If he pulls more, the arrow will go much ahead towards the target. If he pulls more than required, the string will break, bow will break, right? So how much to stretch it? How much should he stretch the bowstring? He understands it. He knows the balance. If I pull it too much, the bow will break, the bowstring will break. Arrow will not move forward. If I don't pull it sufficiently, arrow will not move forward. So he understands how much to move. Similarly, how much should we stretch ourselves? How much should we strain ourselves? How much should we go out of our comfort zone? We know it better than others. What is stress for someone need not be stress for someone else. At his age, he may just solve a problem of 5 plus 3 equal to 8. If you ask him, what is 3 minus 5? He says, 3 minus 5? 3. How can I remove 5 from this? 5 minus 3, I understand. I remove 3, there will be 2 fingers. So he may not understand. But that 5 minus 3 or 3 minus 5 is obvious for someone who is little more grown up to solve algebra. Similarly, depending on the individual's capacity, everybody needs some kind of stress, and ensure that that is positive stress and not negative stress, right? So all of us want to be happy in life. We need to be happy in life. We don't want any stress in life, physically or mentally or whatever. We don't want stress. We need to be happy. But some amount of stress also is required for our overall happiness. Happiness is experienced at multiple levels. Tell me some flavors of happiness that you experience in your life. What makes you happy? Yes, this boy. Let's begin with kids. What makes you happy? Assisting him in putting the button of the shirt makes him happy, it seems. At this moment, he's absorbed in it. Okay. Anyone else? Adults? Doctors?
Listening to music, talking.
Okay. Listening to wisdom talks make this Prabhuji happy. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Job gratification when patient come and tell us
Hmm.
about our good work, that time we feel happy.
Yes.
Getting up
When
early
you are
morning-
serving, when
Getting
you...
up early morning makes me very happy.
Okay, very good. Getting up early in the morning makes him happy. And when she treats some patient, the patient comes back and gives a report that, yes, my health has improved by your treatment. So that satisfaction makes her very happy. Very good. Happiness of selflessness. Happiness in seeing others happy. Amazing. Anything else?
Being with the family.
Being with the family. Wonderful.
That's the biggest.
Huh?
That's the biggest happiness.
That's the biggest happiness. For her, the biggest happiness is to be with the family happily. Very good. Yes, anyone behind? What makes you happy in life?
Being healthy.
Being healthy. Okay, healthy body makes happy.
Financial help for the poor students.
Helping. When you offer financial help to underprivileged students, that will make you happy. Very good. He is seeking happiness in assisting others, in helping others. He is seeking happiness in good health. She is seeking happiness in being with family. He is seeking happiness in discipline, getting up early in the morning, being
Not
disciplined
only
in life.
discipline, I mean to say that the first breath is there. So thank God and feel happy that.
Okay, I have one more day in my life. Amazing.
I got a day, another day.
Yes. So some more time in our life makes him happy. And seeing the patients cure nicely makes him
Not to
happy.
be unhappy, will we become more happy?
Okay, no happiness is the real happiness. Okay, and no unhappiness is the happiness. Yeah, in this world, the definition of happiness is the negation of unhappiness. Like, are you wealthy? How rich are you? I don't have any loans. I'm rich. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
It differs for different people and also different time. Maybe this gives me happiness.
Ah,
Women versus after some time, maybe something else will start.
correct. Very good. Happiness has a dynamic nature. It's not that there's one source of happiness for everyone at all times. Something, now at this age, a chocolate may make him happy. When he's little grown up, iPhone will make him happy. When he's even more grown up, say a job opportunity can make him happy. When he's even more grown up with a child like him, an admission for his child in a school will make him happy. Or Ferrari will make him happy. Or Tesla will make him happy. In US, Tesla is more preferred by everyone. So, huh?
Joining a satsang.
Joining a satsang will make her happy. Amazing. So now I agree with all of you. All of you find something in life a source of happiness. Amazing. But I request all of you to think in this way. This happiness can be what aspect of your personality is making you happy, or what aspect of your personality is experiencing that flavor of happiness that you are desiring. So let's think. Before I answer this question, or before we go deep into this topic, I have a simple question for you. How many bodies do you have? How many bodies do you have? One. Two. Okay, how many of you say one?
Actually, 5 are.
Okay, he says 5 bodies, my God. 1 body, 2 bodies, 5 bodies. Any other options? Any other numbers? I'll come to it. Let's focus on the number now. Yes. Any other options? Some said 1 body, some said 2 bodies, some said 5 bodies. Any other numbers? 6 bodies. Very good. Now I'll ask you, what are the 6 bodies? Show me your 6 bodies. Okay.
Body parts, right?
Okay, fine. Whoever said 1 body, I think the answer is obvious. Whatever is visible, physical, visible body. Someone said 2 bodies. What are those 2 bodies?
One is physical, one is mind.
Okay, physical body and mind. Okay, soul is one. This third one? We are accepting her point. Physical body, visible body is one. Second is the mind. Third is the soul. Okay. He says okay. So, yes.
Because I was thinking physical body and soul.
Okay. Okay. According to her, 2 bodies are the soul and the physical body. According to her, body and the mind. According to you, 5 bodies.
One is Annamaya Kosha.
Okay.
And the others are like Pranmaya Kosha, Vijnanmaya Kosha, and the one more is
Manomaya Kosha,
Manomaya Kosha.
Anandamaya Kosha. They are koshas or bodies? Kosha is called body?
Actually, in day-to-day practice, we feel that body is a physical in nature, but it's not so. We are made up of.
There are different layers of the same body, isn't it? I'm just asking. Okay, fine. We agree to your point also, 5. Okay. I'm not saying yes or no to anyone. I'm only understanding your viewpoint. Okay, any other options? Okay. Let me tell you now. Let me share my opinion. Not my opinion, the opinion of Shastras. One is the physical body, as all of you agree. That is called Sthula Sharira. The visible body with eyes, nose, hands, legs, all this. That is a physical, visible body made of the senses, made of the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. The body which is composed of Pancha Mahabhuta. That is the visible, physical body. Technically called Sthula Sharira. There is another invisible body, subtle body called Sukshma Sharira. Subtle body, that's invisible. It exists. And according to the scriptures, that body constitutes of mind, intelligence and ego. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. MBA. There are MBBS, right? There is another degree called MBA. That MBA is like you can remember that MBA to understand the constituents of the subtle body. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. Mind, intelligence and ego. Do you agree that these 3 form the subtle body? These exist. You may not see them. Visible body you can see. Eyes and hands and legs and nose, etc. But the subtle body is not visible. But the presence of the subtle body is very evident. All of us have mind. Do you know the shape of the mind? Size of the mind? All of us have intelligence. Do you know how does it look like? All of us have egos. Do we know how does it look like? But we can perceive the effects of the presence of mind, intelligence and ego in our systems. Okay, clear. Do you agree now? 2 bodies? Now soul, when it comes to soul, let me tell you. Yes, Prabhu, come. We have some work for you. Can you stand up? Stand up. What's your age?
How old are you?
How old are you?
6.
6. Very good. What's your name?
Hanvish.
Huh?
Hanvish.
Hanvish. Hanvish, what is this? What is this? Hand. Whose hand?
My hand.
Your hand. Are you hand? Are you hand? No. Okay, very good. What is this?
Head.
Head. Whose head?
Mine.
Your head. Are you head?
No.
No. What is this?
Leg.
Leg. Whose leg?
Mine.
Are you leg?
No.
What is this? What is this?
Eyebrows.
Oh, eyebrows. Very good. Very sensitive. Whose eyebrows are they, Prabhu? Your eyebrows. Are you an eyebrow? No. So I'm not saying anything. This body said, this boy said that his hand belongs to him, leg belongs to him, head belongs to him. Eyebrows belong to him. So he is the owner of this body. He is saying that he is not the body. He already said. All of you have heard, right? Yes. He said that I am not the hand, I am not the leg, I am not the eyebrow, I am not the head. So he is not the body, but he is the owner of the body. The body belongs to him. That means he is different from the body. Clear? And who is that he? The soul. The soul. Yes, Prabhu, you can sit. Thank you so much. Soul is the owner. Soul is the actual person. And the body belongs to that person. All of you are treating the body so much. You are treating the bodies of your patients. Patient is the person there. The person came with a diseased body and you are treating, right? The body is different from the soul. And now, okay, Hare Krishna. So the body belongs to the soul, and that body is material in nature. The physical body is material body, is a visible body. But there is another material body which is a subtle body. Okay, that also there are some doctors who treat, right? They treat the mind. Psychiatrists, they treat the mind also. Now, okay, Prabhu, coming back to this person. What is the function of your eyes? Let me ask you. What's the function of your eyes? What do you do with your eyes?
Look.
You see. Okay, very good. What is the function of your nose?
You breathe.
You breathe. You smell. What's the function of tongue?
We taste.
You taste. Okay. What is your favorite food?
Dosa.
Dosa. You are a Pakka South Indian. Sit. By the way, my favorite food is also dosa only. So, with the tongue we taste, with eyes we see, with hands we work, with legs we walk. So, we have different functionings of the body. Now, my question to you is, what is the function of mind? Function of eye is to see. Function of hands is to work. Function of tongue is to taste. What is the function of the mind? All of you agreed that we have minds. Okay, anyone here without any mind? Yes, we all have minds. What is the function of mind?
To feel something, happiness.
To feel something. Feeling happiness, feeling sadness. Very good. Next. Thinking, feeling. Anything else? Awareness. Next. Guiding in the right direction. Okay, anything else?
Imagine.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm only collecting information from you. Next. Memories. Controlling the body. Yes, mind controls the body. Very good. Next. Anything else? Desires. Next. Okay, fine. Enough about mind. What is the function of intelligence? If the mind's function is thinking, feeling, desiring, becoming aware, and controlling the body, so what is the function of intelligence?
How to use mind.
Okay.
Using the right
Logic,
reasoning.
reasoning,
In the rightful direction.
giving right direction. Someone said mind gives us direction. You are saying intelligence is giving the direction.
Have intelligence, but read, behave accordingly towards the positive thing, not
Okay.
negative.
Okay. Means you say that mind is having intelligence can discriminate between what is good, what is wrong, what is positive, what is negative, what is right, what is wrong, right?
Yeah, positive
Analysis.
and negative basically. Because intelligence also can be.
Okay. Intelligence is the discriminating faculty that discerns between good, bad, right, wrong, harmful, and beneficial, etc. Right? Okay, good. Discretion. Intelligence.
Guide mind.
Okay, intelligence controls the mind and guides mind. Excellent. Anything else? Any other function of intelligence? Do you believe that mind and intelligence are different?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So
Anything
where
else?
is this mind and where is it located?
Very good. It's invisible.
I don't know.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's invisible, subtle body. It's there. You cannot get a GPS location for the mind in the body, right? When you scan, understand where is heart, where is the rib cage, where is head, where is hand. So mind and intelligence and ego, they're there throughout, right? They're accompanying the soul, right? You can't get a physical location. They're subtle. They're invisible. So mind and intelligence. So all of you have given some characteristics. What about ego? Okay, let's come to ego a little later. Let me conclude this topic of mind and intelligence. Mind is an emotional faculty. Intelligence is a rational faculty. As many of you have nicely said, mind is a storehouse of emotions, feelings, desires, thoughts, attachments, aversions. And the desires of the mind guide the senses. Say, mind has a desire to eat dosa. Okay? Then your legs will walk to the restaurant. Your hands will take out some money from the pocket and offer it to the restaurant fellow. Your eyes will see the dosa. Moong dal dosa, or a normal rice dosa, or masala dosa, or plain dosa, or ghee dosa, whatever. So you see that dosa and then order some dosa, and your hand will pick some dosa and then put in the mouth, and the teeth will chew it, tongue will taste it, and belly will accept it and swallow it and digest it. So mind has a desire to eat dosa, and the desire is being fulfilled by all the senses, which are like servants of the mind. Okay, so mind is a storehouse of emotions, feelings, desires, thoughts, attachments, aversions, and some negative things also: envy, pride, hatred, love, feelings, all this. Right?
Why not ego?
I'll come to this. There are three parts of subtle body, right? We are discussing mind and intelligence now. I'll come to ego very soon. Ego is not a part of mind. I'll come to this very soon. Intelligence. Intelligence is the rational faculty. Rational faculty means that which differentiates between good and bad, as Madam said. Analysis, correct. Analysis, logic, reasoning, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is auspicious, what is inauspicious, what is positive, what is negative, what is right, what is wrong. For example, how many of you like ice cream? Everybody. You said dosa, right? You like ice cream also? Both. Okay, both. So how many of you like ice cream? Many of you. How many of you catch cold? How many of you catch cold? Everybody. How many of you would like to eat ice cream when you have cold? Huh? You're doctors. Tempting. So mind has a ability to desire ice cream, but intelligence understands, should I eat or not? Doctor told me not to eat. I have tonsils. I have some other problem. I should not eat ice cream. Especially when I have cold, I should not eat ice cream. So mind desires, and the senses will act according to the desires, but intelligence will control the mind. Hey, stop. Don't go to the ice cream parlor. Don't even look in the direction. Come here, sit. Wait for 3 days. Let your cold go away, then you can eat ice cream. So intelligence will control the mind. So intelligence is the rational faculty. Mind is the emotional faculty. Many times, mind does not have the ability to understand what is right, what is wrong. Mind has thoughts, but which of them are positive thoughts, which of them are negative thoughts? Mind doesn't understand. Intelligence should understand. Mind has a desire. Is it a useful desire or harmful desire? Who will discern that? Intelligence. Right? Mind can make a choice, but the choice must be guided by the intelligence. So, you understood the difference between mind and intelligence? Now let's come to the ego, the tough part. How many of you say, before even ask you to define ego, how many of you say ego is bad? 1, 2, ego is bad. Okay. How many of you say ego is good? There are some people who did not raise hand for both. Not some people, most people did not raise hand for both. Are you waiting to understand the right answer? Or you are neutral? Ego is neither good nor bad, or both good and bad? Or is your ego stopping you to give an answer?
The ego is stopping us.
Dose dependent.
Sir? Dosage dependent. Okay. How much ego is too much? Okay. So now let me ask you the definition of ego. What do you mean by ego?
You can define.
What's your definition of ego? Your definition.
Prabhuji, I can define. Ejecting God out.
Okay. He says ego means ejecting God out. Ejecting God out. Oh, wonderful. It's an acronym also. Okay. So that is his definition of ego. Anyone else has any other definition of ego?
Others.
Yes. Oh, this extended ego. Ejecting God out of your life, ejecting God of others' life also. Making others also atheists.
You are thinking everyone evil and you yourself making evil.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. I have learned a lot. Very good. Yeah. Anything else about ego?
Self with a capital S.
Self with a capital S is ego. Okay. Means being self-centric, self-obsessed, self-infatuated, thinking about self only, not about others. That is his definition of ego. Very good. Anything else?
Thinking oneself superior than others and making them by words or by your actions, making them feel lower than you, to hurt you. to hurt
Having
you.
a sense of superiority complex, seeing others inferior, that's what I can summarize from your side, what you said. Correct. That's ego. Madam, you want to say something about ego? What is your definition of ego? You are the one who reminded us of ego.
That is something, I think, self-centered maybe.
Okay. Being self-centric.
It's extreme of saying definition of ego, self-centered. Probably it's a very balanced. It can be balanced. I don't know. I don't have a particular word, but a median of ego is also important to react, to justify, to say things in a balance. That's also required. If that's not there, then whatever content we are exhibiting, most likely it's going not to be substantial, most likely.
Ma'am is closer to the accurate definition of ego. I'll come to this again. Anyone else has a definition of ego?
Possessiveness about something more than required.
Possessiveness. Extreme possessiveness. Possessiveness more than required. Sometimes possessiveness is not only about objects. Oh, this is my phone. Possessiveness. My home. My people. Why are you looking at that person? You should look at me only. Possessiveness. Especially in young age, boys and girls have a lot of possessiveness towards each other. Okay, that's another manifestation of ego. Anything else? Any other?
Why I told those dependencies, too much ego will lead into arrogance.
Correct.
The side effects.
Yes.
That's why I told ego should be balanced,
Okay.
which can control us.
I think it is the
If
most,
it goes beyond that, it leads to side effects.
Okay.
it's the most challenging exhibition of insult. The ego, maintenance the ego, how much
Okay.
to think, how much to analyze, how much to
I agree with almost all your points, but let me tell you honestly, I didn't get the definition of ego from you. All of you spoke about the symptoms of ego, not the definition of ego.
Identity.
When someone is, who's that?
So identity.
Yes, that's the right definition of ego. Ego basically means a sense of identity. When we overly identify ourselves with our superior position, it becomes superiority complex, which is a symptom of ego. When you overly identify yourself with your position or designation, it becomes self-centeredness. That's another symptom of ego. When you overly identify yourself with your power, your greatness, you will eject God out. That's another symptom of ego. So all of you said before, symptoms of ego.
Yes.
How does ego function? Or like what does ego do to you? What does an egoistic person do? That's what you mentioned. But the definition of ego is a sense of identity. A sense of identity. And by the way, ego is not necessarily a negative word. Ego is basically a sense of identity. All of us need an identity. Without an identity card, nobody will allow me to enter this country. Right? We have to show identity card. So identity is required. But when you overly identify yourself with that identity or position or designation, which induces pride in you, superiority complex in you, envy in you, and you become so puffed up and so arrogant that you even reject God also, that's called unhealthy ego. That's called false ego.
You have to understand how much is too much ego.
I'll let you know. I'll come to that. We are discussing. Yeah, this is a very valid question. How much is too much? I'll come to this. But ego basically means a sense of identity, and that identity can give us pride sometimes, can give us envy sometimes. When someone else has a better identity than you in society, better recognition than you in the society, you may start feeling envious of that person. That envy is also a symptom of ego. When your identity is better than others' identity, then there's a sense of superiority complex or pride or arrogance. That's another symptom of false ego, right? Or unhealthy ego. But healthy ego, coming to your question, healthy ego is we need some identity to function. This identity should make me happy, should make me secure, should make me kind of comfortable in this world. I should not feel very uncomfortable that I don't have any identity, I'm lost, I mean, identity crisis, not that way. Yeah, all of us have some identities. We're like either daughters or sons of some parents, or parents of some children, or we belong to some institution. We have a clinic, we have some position, or MD or MBBS or whatever. We have some doctor, we are OPD doctor or surgeon or something like that.
Fulfilling the purpose of our existence.
Yes, fulfilling the purpose of existence. I'll come to this again. I'm trying to go as slow as possible and as organic as possible. Yes, identity should ultimately fulfill our purpose. And we have two purposes in life. Anyways, we have identity, self-respect. Self-respect. So identity should fulfill our purpose. And we have two purposes in life. One purpose is self-preservation. Second purpose is self-realization. Self-preservation, when I said self, I'm talking about the body there, bodily self. To preserve the body, you need to do the needful. And to preserve the body, we need some identity in the society, an identity card in the society, right? So that is a temporary identity that preserves our temporary self, which is the body. But there's a permanent identity. What is our permanent identity? Our permanent ego? Can anyone say this? Part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamayivamsho jiva loke jiva bhutas sanatanaha. All the jivas are my amshas. In the Bhagavad Gita, he knows the shloka, very good. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that all the living beings are my children, my amshas, my parts, my fragmental parts. He is spiritual in nature, we are also spiritual in nature. If God is like an ocean, we are like small drops of the ocean. If God is like a huge fire, we are like sparks of fire. He is spiritual in nature, we are spiritual in nature. And our identity is spiritual identity. We are spiritual beings living in these material bodies, right? So protecting the material body, maintaining the material body, in other words, self-preservation is one purpose of life. And for that self-preservation, you need some identity that is required, right? But along with that, we also need to identify ourselves as spiritual beings, ultimately servants of God, children of God, amshas of God, and focus on our spiritual activities. That is the activity of self-realization. Two purposes of life. And these two purposes of life are centered on our understanding of self-awareness. Self-awareness connects us to these two purposes, self-preservation and self-realization. So what is that self-awareness? We are spiritual beings. We are souls. That's the self-awareness. But although we are souls, we are in the material bodies in the material world. So we have certain functionality and responsibility and identity in the material world. We need to do the needful according to that material identity. That is self-preservation. But although we are in the material world, we are spiritual beings. We need to connect with God, and to explore our connection with God, and to come to the Supreme Lord. That is the self-realization. So we have two identities, one material identity, one spiritual identity. And spiritual identity is ultimate. But because we are in this material world, here also we have some identity. We need to do the needful in that identity, right? So coming back to our original question of happiness. So far it's clear? Yes, sir.
Stula Sukshma, are they working towards something called Karana Sarira? The spiritual Karana Sarira. Scholars, gurus like you taught me that there is third body exists in the body called Karana Sarira. Stula Sukshma working towards Karana. That's what ultimately. Actually,
you are asking a very high-level question, very philosophical question. Basically, are you talking about spiritual body? Yeah. Material body is of two types, gross and subtle bodies, Sthula Sarira and Sukshma Sarira.
These two work towards Karana Sarira.
These two are temporary. Ultimately, we have to give up the gross visible body. I'm answering him only. If others are unable to connect with it, please bear with me just for 1 minute. So, gross material visible body we have to give up. It's definitely not permanent. But the subtle, invisible body, the Sukshma Sarira, that can be spiritualized. As I said, mind is a storehouse of emotions, feelings, and desires, right? At this moment, when we identify ourselves as people of this world, then the desires are material, the feelings are material, the emotions are material, the thoughts are material. But when I identify myself as a spiritual being, a servant of God, an Amsha of God, then the mind starts thinking in a spiritual way. Mind will become a storehouse of spiritual desires, spiritual thoughts, spiritual feelings, spiritual aspirations. Thus, the material mind can be spiritualized. Similarly, material intelligence can be spiritualized when we identify ourselves as spiritual beings. When we are in the material identity, in a sense of a material identity, then our mind and intelligence will function in a material way. But when we identify ourselves as spiritual beings, then when we have that spiritual ego, then the mind and intelligence will function in a spiritual way. Thus, Sukshma Sharira can be spiritualized. And that spiritualized Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, will take us to the spiritual body. Right? That's not, if it is too much for others to digest, then you can.
Prabhuji, you are telling the soul, like soul is actually mind, ego, and intelligence.
Soul is not. Like actual person. The soul is the actual person, living being within.
You told. You told there is
Mind, intelligence, ego.
So soul is another one?
Soul is not body. Soul is the actual person.
Actual person.
Like you have, you are the owner of this home, right? So this home is inside a bigger society, bigger, what is that called, apartment, society, bigger complex, right? So complex is, you can consider complex as a Sthola Sharira, the home as Sukshma Sharira, and you are the soul inside, something like that, right? The soul is the original person to whom the Sthola Sharira and Sukshma Sharira belong to. The soul is the actual person, Atma, Amsha of the Lord, who is the owner of these two bodies.
So that is when your physical body, you died and your physical body is no more there. So that time what exists? Your mind, your soul, your ego and intelligence?
Mind, ego and intelligence, mind, ego and intelligence, Sukshma Sharira, that always accompanies the soul.
Okay.
And that subtle body takes the soul from one gross body to another gross body at the time of death, provided that Sukshma Sharira is not yet spiritualized. If the Sukshma Sharira is not yet spiritualized, then the Sukshma Sharira takes the soul from one gross body to another gross body. For example, in a human body, somebody wants to eat so much of flesh, so much of meat, right? And the human body may not be able to eat as much meat as a tiger or as a lion. But the Sukshma Sharira is desiring that. So noticing this desire, the Lord will arrange in such a way that after leaving this body, this person will enter the body of a tiger or a lion or a fox or whatever, where the soul can enjoy, the person can enjoy all that pleasure, so-called pleasures, right? So the desires in the subtle body carry the soul from one body to another body, one gross body to another body. But if the subtle body is spiritualized by practicing bhakti, then it will become spiritualized and it becomes transformed and they will go to the spiritual world. No more material bodies. Hari Hari. Yes, they're inseparable. Can you tolerate separation from each other for few more minutes? You can go there. Okay, now let's come back to our discussion. We began with stress, positive stress and negative stress. Then we began with the body, two bodies, right? Then we don't want stress, we want happiness. We discussed that, right? So, and in the context of happiness, we discussed gross body and subtle body and characteristics of mind, intelligence and ego. Now coming back to your original question of happiness, I don't want you to lose the flow of thought. We originally began with stress and we said that we want happiness. So that happiness, many people said that this is what gives me happiness. Somebody said being with family gives me ultimate happiness. Someone said being healthy gives me happiness. Somebody said helping others will give me happiness. Somebody said protecting or supporting underprivileged children will give me happiness. Now, which part of your system is experiencing that happiness? That's my next question. Now, happiness can be experienced at multiple levels. One is the bodily plane, sensory plane. When he eats dosa, tongue is happy. When you smell this fragrant mogra flowers, nose will be happy. When you see some beautiful object, eyes will be happy. When you touch some soft object, hands are happy. Or the pleasure is experienced by the senses on a bodily platform, right? That is the sensory platform, the sensory happiness or bodily happiness, a gross bodily happiness. Higher than that is the mental happiness or happiness on the level of mind, which we get by emotional exchanges with others. When he is eating dosa, the pleasure is on the bodily plane. When you are spending time with your family members, if that is giving you happy, your mind is becoming happy. Your emotions are getting satisfied. You are getting that emotional nourishment. That's on the level of mind. Now, what is happiness on the level of intelligence? When you solve a problem. For example, a patient went to 10 doctors. They could not diagnose the problem. But you did some specific tests and you diagnosed the problem, the real problem. You used your intelligence to conduct that test. Like some time back, I was having some knee pains and all that, right? They did some tests. What is this? Your bone. They were testing. What is that? They were making so many tests. Nothing is being revealed. One of our brahmachari doctors, he did some other test through which they figured out that I have osteoporosis, right? Your bones are brittle. That's where I'm having some problem here. Some say you have some injury. You're sitting cross-legged for a long time. So many doctors are giving so many opinions. But he conducted some tests through which he understood that bones are brittle. Then the treatment went in a different direction. So with your intelligence, when you solve a problem that others could not solve, the happiness that you get is intellectual happiness. Happiness on the plane of intelligence. You could solve a problem. You could understand something which is very difficult in your subjects. Something is very difficult to understand, but you could figure it out. Oh, wow. Intelligence gets happiness. And what is the happiness and the ego pleasure? You got an identity. You got a promotion. You got a position. You got some kind of influential position. You can control 10 other people, 20 other people. That can give you happiness. Some people, they take pleasure in subduing others, controlling others in a negative way, where their false ego is getting satisfied. And some people just genuinely take pleasure in getting a good position according to their hard work, where their healthy ego is getting satisfied. Basically, ego level satisfaction is always on the level of identity. It could be positive, it could be negative. Even mental happiness also sometimes could be positive, sometimes could be negative. Intellectual happiness also can be positive and negative. But I'm telling that happiness can be experienced by multiple faculties in your system. Sometimes the bodily senses will experience that pleasure. Sometimes mind experiences the pleasure. Sometimes intelligence experiences the pleasure. Sometimes the pleasure on the level of ego. But higher than all these levels of happiness or levels of pleasure are spiritual happiness. Your soul should be happy. Your soul should be joyful. Don't settle down to some kind of emotional stimulation or intellectual stimulation or physical sensory happiness only, or even egoistic happiness. There is some other happiness that we need to experience as spiritual beings. And that spiritual happiness is experienced in spiritual activities of worshipping the Lord, or chanting His names, doing some meditation on His form, or learning His pastimes in the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, And there are so many scriptures in which the pastimes of Rama, Krishna, Narasimha, Vamana, Matsya, Kurma, so many avatars of the Lord. So when you try to understand the Lord's names and forms and activities and try to take pleasure in those spiritual subject matters, that is the happiness on the level of soul. All of us are looking for happiness. According to scriptures, a jiva or a living being is anandamayobhyasat, means a pleasure seeking entity. Constant conversation going on. Can you drink water for 10 minutes like this? I'll complete my class. Okay. So happiness experienced on the spiritual platform or soul platform is the ultimate happiness. Other happiness is relevant. We are not denying that. Yes, we need the happiness of eating some good food. I should not experience happiness on a bodily platform. Every day I will eat only non-spicy khichdi. Or I will not eat anything tasty. No, that's, you don't have to deny any pleasure, by the way. You experience pleasure of the tongue, of the nose, of the eyes. You see beautiful objects, you touch beautiful soft things. Fine. Along with that, try to also explore spiritual pleasure, which is available in spiritual activities. What are the spiritual activities? Srimad Bhagavatam says. You know Prahlad, right? How many of you know Prahlad?
Yes.
You saw that animation movie recently?
Yes.
Mahavatar Narasimha. Oh, very good. You have become attentive now.
He became Prahlad we had a fashion show in one class. He became Prahlad.
Oh, you became Narasimha Dev? Fashion show.
Shiva.
You became Shiva. Very good. So now, what he says? 5? 6? 5. Come. Stand up. We have a demonstration with you. Stand up. Prahlad, stand up. Okay.
He's getting scared.
There, he is not scared to talk to you. He's scared to talk to us. Okay. Now, Prahlad, he gave the definition of bhakti. He gave the method of experiencing spiritual happiness. There are 9 methods. In the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, Saptama Skanda of Srimad Bhagavata Purana, in the 5th Adhyaya, he said, Navavidha Bhakti, correct. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoha. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoha. Smaranam Pada Sevanam. Smaranam Pada Sevanam. Archanam Vandanam Dasyam. Archanam Vandanam Dasyam. Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 ways of experiencing happiness on a spiritual platform. On a material platform, sensory platform, bodily platform, all of us know the ways of experiencing happiness. It could be eating ice cream, watching a movie, or hearing some music. All of us are expert in understanding what gives me happiness to my body, my senses. And many of us are also somewhat experienced in exploring mental happiness or emotional happiness on the mind platform. Yes, some nice friendships, if somebody appreciates us, we feel some happiness within. Our emotions are satisfied. If someone appreciates us, someone encourages us, someone pats our back, someone offers their shoulder when you are a little dull, they console us, they pacify us, we get some emotional bonding, emotional happiness. That's good, important for all of us. Similar, when we solve our problems, when we understand something which is very difficult to understand, intelligence becomes happy. When we get some promotions and we have some designation and some name, fame and recognition in the society, not in a negative way, but in a positive way, when we have some position, that also definitely gives us happiness to our ego, the healthy ego, right? And of course, in all these faculties, we experience happiness in a negative way also, right? On a bodily platform, if you eat 1 dosa, it's positive happiness. If you eat 10 dosas, it will become negative happiness, right? Indigestion. Similarly, when you hear music, nice song, definitely that will give you some pleasure. But when you keep on putting your earphones for 20 hours continuously, keep on hearing, you'll understand that happiness will take you into negative zone. So any amount of happiness, whether it is physical happiness or emotional level happiness or intellectual level happiness or egoistic level happiness, any amount of happiness, if it crosses limits, it will become distress.
It's a momentary feeling.
Correct.
And it cannot be permanent.
Correct.
Can you tell me how I become permanent happy?
Yes, permanent happiness is impossible on a material platform. On the level of gross, visible, physical body or the subtle body of Sukshma Sharira, permanent happiness is impossible.
But don't forget it.
Permanent happiness. No, don't forget it. Although this world is temporary, you have to live in this world, you can experience the temporary pleasures, knowing very well that they are temporary. Yes, when I eat dosa, that will satisfy my hunger. That has its utility. Although it is temporary, if I avoid eating it, I will become weak. I will die. Right? We are living in the temporary body, in the temporary world, but still we have to experience some temporary joys of this world. Temporary pleasures. We have to maintain this temporary body. That's important. But understand it is not permanent. It is not permanent, and it's a responsibility to prioritize exploring the permanent happiness also by doing spiritual activities. So, what are the 9 ways of experiencing spiritual happiness? Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. You hear Bhagavad Gita. You hear the beautiful stories of so many avatars of the Lord in Srimad Bhagavatam. You hear about the Lord. Second, Kirtanam, chanting the names of the Lord. Kirtan is not only chanting the names, Kirtan is glorifying the Lord. Kirti means glory. Kirtana means to glorify, the act of glorifying. You glorify Krishna's names and forms and activities in beautiful form. Now Krishna is standing nicely in a threefold bending form in Vrindavan. And in Pandaripur, he stands like this, Pandarinath. And in Ayodhya, he stands like that, Lord Ramachandra. You see the beautiful picture. I have been seeing this since my childhood. Ram. So Ram has a sober personality. Krishna has a more playful personality. As Narasimha, he has Ugra personality. Huh?
As a Prabhuji sits here.
I'm not God, by the way. I'm not.
Of course.
I'm not. Okay. Amsha, we are all Amshas, right? So we need to understand that the Lord has so many forms. You hear about them, you praise them, you glorify them. So that gives you happiness. Ravanam Kirtanam. Smaranam, remembrance of the Lord. When you remember the Lord, when the beautiful form of the Lord manifests in your mind, that gives you great pleasure, spiritual pleasure. Smaranam. Pada Sevanam. Lakshmi Devi is always serving the feet of Lord Narayan. Pada Sevanam. Worship his lotus feet. Pada Sevanam is not only doing seva to his Pada, it is also engaging our Pada in his seva. When you do parikrama, when you go to temple, when you go around the altar, around the deities, you are doing parikrama, pradakshina. That is Pada Sevanam. You are doing your Pada, your feet in his seva. Right? See, here only we saw Krishna there, Ram there, Pandarinath there, Udupi Krishna there, and Jagannath ji there. Narasimha is also there. So Prabhu's home is an abode of all avatars of the Lord, all forms of the Lord. You see? So you meditate on the Lord, you use your feet in their service. Right? So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, worshipping the Lord. See, beautiful worship is going on to the deities. They offered ornaments and flowers and agarbatti and all kinds of things to the Lord. Archanam. Vandanam, offering prayers. Heartfelt prayers to the Lord. If you don't know how to pray, there are some standard prayers in the scriptures. Repeat those prayers. That is Vandanam. Dasyam, consider yourself as a servant of the Lord and do services. We are all servants. We are not masters. Dasyam. Sakhyam, be friendly with the Lord. Atmanivedanam, ultimately offer yourself to the Lord. Bhakti is not offering something to the Lord. Bhakti is offering yourself to the Lord. Many times people think that I offer flowers, I offer fruits, that is bhakti. That is bhakti, definitely. We are not denying that. But ultimate bhakti is not offering something to the Lord, offering yourself to the Lord. And bhakti is not desiring something from the Lord, desiring the Lord himself. Right? So you don't, many people go to temple, break one coconut, I want promotion. They do pradakshina 11 times. I want first rank, pass in the exam. Right? So like that, there is some expectation from the Lord. Don't expect something from the Lord. Expect the Lord himself. He becomes yours. When will he become yours? When you become his. Right? You don't become him. You become his property. You are already his property, but you start acknowledging it. Yes, I belong to the Lord. I am his amsha. My existence is meant to surrender to him. My existence is meant to serve him. So you don't have.
I have a question. You don't offer yourself to the Lord. Suppose I went to a temple and I sat in front of temple. I'm offering you myself to the Lord and I sit there. Will it work?
Now, offering yourself to the Lord is to understand that you are an eternal being connected to him, and your body, your mind, your intelligence, all your physical and subtle faculties are meant to be engaged in his service. With your mind, you need to think of him. With your hands, you need to serve him. With your eyes, you need to see him. With your tongue, you need to chant his names. With your ears, you need to hear about him. When you are engaging all these gross and subtle bodies in his service, that is offering yourself to the Lord only.
But how it is possible? When we are not brahmachari, we are in the family, we have so many responsibilities. So how
I'll come to this. Yes, you can do this.
How? You tell us.
In the universal spiritual history, people like me are a minority. Isn't it? How many monks have you seen? Now in this room, only one person is there. A monk, a sannyasi, a brahmachari, only one person is there. And even in the universal spiritual history, you will find Narada Muni, maybe Angira Muni, 4 Kumaras. You see very, very few people are like me. But many people are like you. Grahastha Vaishnavas are majority. Majority is not like 60-40. Majority means 99.99 are Grahastha Vaishnavas, 0.1 are like us. So Ambrish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Pruthu Maharaj, all these are great, not just doctors or not just some family members with 4 or 5 people in the family. They are emperors of the planets. But they are doing bhakti. They are offering everything to the Lord. So whatever you do, yat karoshi, yat dashnashi, yat juhoshi, dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do it as an offering to the Lord. You are earning money, you are treating patients, right? Use that money in Krishna's service. You are treating patients. See those patients as spiritual beings, children of God, and when you are serving them, you are serving God only. Not that they are God, they are God's children. So when I do some favor to your son or your daughter, you feel happy or not? Similarly, when you identify your patients as Krishna's children and you serve them, it becomes Vaishnava Seva and Vishnu will be happy. Krishna will be happy. Thus, yesterday I was saying, for a materialistic person, their family is their world. But for a spiritual practitioner, the world is their family. Right? Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Correct. So we need to understand when our perspective changes, when our vision changes, we see people as spiritual beings. And whatever service we do to them is service to a Vaishnava, service to a child of God, which makes God happy. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Thus, you don't have to change your profession. You don't have to change your current activity. You don't have to change your position in the Varnashrama system. You can be at home. You can completely offer yourself to the Lord by considering you as a servant of the Lord, and those whom you are connecting with are also servants of the Lord, and your service to them is also service to the Lord ultimately. Right?
So ultimately, you are telling karma is very important. I mean, what about karma?
We didn't use the word karma only at all.
Yeah.
So that's a different discussion. What I'm saying is, whatever you do it in a devotional spirit. Do it as a seva.
We can remain in that state, the spiritual happiness, most of the time. It's not, of course, in real life, it's not really difficult. Because we have to react, we have to accept, we have to exhibit so many things. We can remain in that spiritual happiness, I think most of the worries will get down. But
The-
how it is possible? sir?
Yes, how is
Like
it
for
possible?
you, you are a scholar, you are in this spiritual teachings, and you're doing a great job to tell us, and I'm sure millions of people you have talked to. It really makes a change for a moment, and then when we are out for a few days and then we get diluted.
Exactly.
How to get that persistency?
Motivation.
Motivation will come, but how to make perseverance, how to get along that,
Yes.
knowing there are issues which will cancel every moment those.
Where there is a will, God shows the way. We say, where there is a will, there is a way. But who is showing the way? God shows the way. Say, you said like in the last 1 hour in our discussion, there is some inspiration, there is some motivation, but after some time it will get diluted, it may fade away. How do we get it? Therefore, you come regularly. I may be a visitor here, but there are some people who are practicing spiritual life, living a life of spirituality here. Be in touch with them. Be in touch with them. Regularly come for satsang programs. Regularly hear them. And one more thing that can definitely give you that strength to be in that spiritual space or experience spiritual happiness while doing your material activities is chanting the names of the Lord. Nama japa. Chanting the names of the Lord. Because name of the Lord, chanting the name of the Lord is a yoga dharma. Krite yadhyayato vishnu tretayam yajato makhaihi dvapare paricharyayam kalauta dhari kirtanat. Means in the previous yugas, in Satyuga, the way of connecting with God is through meditation for 60,000 years. We don't have the capacity. Tretayam yajato makhaihi. In the next yuga, Treta Yuga, the process of self-realization is just offering oblations into the sacrificial fire, conducting grand sacrifices. And in the Dwapar Yuga, yajnas. In the Dwapar Yuga, there is this worship, elaborate worship. But in Kali Yuga, the best way of connecting with the Lord is to chant His names. Nam Sankirtan. So we chant this name. Chant the Chalo Kalo Nastya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So when you begin to chant the names of the Lord and associate with the devotees of the Lord on a regular basis, not once in a while, out of sight, out of mind, basically. Regularly get connected. We have this Dr. Anup. Is he around? So Dr. Anup ji is there, and many other doctors are there, many other experienced devotees who are doing their profession sincerely. When I came here, he had a 24-hour shift. Right, where is he? By evening also he didn't come. What happened to him? Oh, he'll come tomorrow. 24-hour shift he had. So he's doing his best in his profession also. He's also practicing spirituality. So both can happen. So when we are in touch with those people in the mainstream society who are living like you, also living like us. So we have our seclusion. We come once in a while and say something and then go. But they are right next to you, next door. So be in touch with them. So they will guide.
So may I ask you a question?
Please.
You are in this spiritual happiness and spiritual master, and whatever we have listened to you, each word and each sentence matter for us. Do you feel sometimes this happiness gets diluted?
Yes, definitely.
And how do you maintain?
Yes. Even if we are a monk living in an ashram, living in a monastery, living in a temple, still we are in this material body, right? The body has some demands. The mind has some desires. The intelligence has some frailties. The ego sometimes may go from healthy mode to unhealthy mode sometimes, right? But what helps us come back to normalcy, come back to our regular spiritual practice is regularity, consistency in our sadhana. So sometimes we also may get distracted. But what brings us back on track is our sadhana, consistency in our sadhana, regularity in our sadhana. So every day we have a morning program. Every day we get up in Brahma Muhurta, unless we are sick. Brahma Muhurta, we chant the names of the Lord. Regularly we chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we also read our scriptures. We have our other sadhus with whom we associate and discuss some spiritual subject matters. And we also have the friends in our spiritual circles. So by regular discussions amongst the like-minded spiritual seekers, and our regular sadhana practices of chanting and hearing and worshipping, so we come back on track. Otherwise, mind takes us for a ride. Right? So when mind takes us for a ride, that's the moment where you should run to another spiritual seeker, another like-minded spiritualist, and express, I'm getting distracted in this way, please help me. Then they will say something from the scriptures to pacify you. So Sangha. So when there is Sangha, when there is Sangha, Sangatya, there is like-minded spiritual association, that will help us maintain our spiritual inclinations, which may get swayed away by the illusory energy of the Lord, Maya. Maya is there to distract us. And it's good. We need to be tested sometimes. When we are getting tested, we need to endure the tests by taking shelter of the Sangha. Okay. 12:30 I have another session. So I think we'll stop here. Yes.
One person is online. Ask this question.
Hare Krishna. If time permits, or I'll ask later. Okay. Please ask him. I feel very good.
This is the question.
Okay. Does the soul become good or bad? Soul is always good, by the way. Or it's the body which consists of gross and subtle body has good and bad quality. Because ultimately, because of good and bad quantity, soul is suffering or getting spiritualized or enjoying. Okay. Children, please come here. That boy also. I want that boy also. There's demonstration. Both of you. Stand here. Stand here. Stand up. Yes, Prahlad Maharaj, come here. Okay. Prahlad, what's your name? Original name?
Utkarsh.
Utkarsh. And you?
Anvish.
Anvish. Okay. Anvish, stand there. So this Anvish, you are older, right? You come here. You go there. Now you are not Utkarsh. You are not Prahlad. You are sun. Right? The rising sun. Okay? He is the rising sun. And this boy is facing the sun. When you face the sun, what do you see? Light. Bright light. Isn't it? Sun is rising in the eastern horizon. You are seeing the sun. He looks very bright. Isn't it? Say you turn yourself away from the sun. Do you see light? What do you see? Dark shadow. Isn't it? Long shadow. Shadow is dark, right? So who is the source of the shadow? Sun. Without sun behind you, can you see a shadow in front of you? No. So sun is the source of light also. Sun is the source of shadow also. Isn't it? But when you face the sun, you see light. When you turn your face away from the sun, you see darkness. Similarly, God is the source of good and bad both. But when you face God, when you practice spirituality, you see good in your life. When you turn your face away from God, when you become averse to bhakti, then you will have to see darkness of adharma, darkness of anyaya, darkness of all kinds of nonsense in this world. So ultimately, he is the source of both, good and bad. But we have to make a conscious choice.
Happiness is the bottom line.
Yeah. Ultimately, we need to make a choice. Should I choose good or should I choose bad? Soul is always good. Okay, let me give another. Sit down. Anybody has a golden ring? Don't worry, I'll not take it away. Huh? Okay, Prabhu is giving golden ring. Oh, with diamond-studded golden ring. Okay. So, how much does it cost? Just approximately 60,000 rupees. Okay. Or 600 rupees or your Kuwait currency? Huh? Rupees. Indian rupees. Okay, fine.
60,000 rupees.
Say if it falls in gutter, thick sewage, where some pigs are moving around, will you pick it up or not? We'll pick it. How many of you will pick it up? Even if it falls in gutter also, dustbin also, where pigs are there, rats are there, somehow you will pick. Huh? Okay, you'll pick it up. Even if it is not yours also, you may pick it up, right? If it is shining. Huh? Some people may. Say if your tissue paper, if it falls in gutter, same gutter, will you pick it up? Huh? Why? That's also yours, this is also yours. You'll pick this up. Value matters, isn't it? Similarly, the soul, even if it falls in the gutter of this material world, it doesn't lose its value. When you see your tissue paper falling in the gutter, even when you pick it up and wash it also, it's not usable anymore. But once you pick it up and wash it, it is usable. It doesn't lose its value. It is still 60,000 only. Just because it fell in the gutter, its value is not reduced. It is still 60,000. Right? When you polish it, it can become 70,000 also. We don't know. Right? Its value is not lost. Similarly, even if the soul comes into this material world, experiencing good and bad, auspiciousness and inauspiciousness in this world, still the soul doesn't lose its value. Soul is Satchidananda. God is Satchidananda, Krishna is Satchidananda. As part of God, as Amsha of God, we are also Satchidananda. Of course, he's a mega Satchidananda, we are mini Satchidananda. He's Anu, he's Vibhu, and we are Anu. He's infinite, we are infinitesimal. He is Parama, he is supreme. And we are Atma, small Atma, Jivatma, he is Paramatma. So, we don't lose our value. We have an intrinsic value of being Satchit Ananda. We are spiritual in nature. We are eternal in nature. So that doesn't get diminished. But as long as this golden ring is in the gutter, its real brilliance is not visible. Its real glory is not visible. Right? But only when you pick it up from the gutter and wash it nicely, polish it nicely, it shines nicely. It is supposed to be there in the finger of a queen or a king or some person. But when it is in the gutter, its glory is not visible. Similarly, as long as we don't practice spiritual life, our real spiritual glory is not visible. We need to pick up that soul from the gutter of spiritual life, the gutter of material life, and start practicing spiritual life. Then our spiritual glory becomes visible. What is our spiritual glory? To have pure love for Krishna, pure love for God. That is the real spiritual glory. That's our real spiritual wealth, asset. The love that we have for the Lord is the real spiritual wealth we have. When you love God, you love those who love God. You love those who are trying to love God. And you love those whom God loves. Right? You don't hate anyone. There is no space in your heart for lust, envy, greed, hatred. There is no space for all these qualities in the heart. Heart is filled with love for God. That is real bhakti. That is real spiritualism. You don't hate anyone. You see everyone as a spiritual being. Okay. We'll conclude here. I have another class at 12:30.
I have one last question.
Yes.
Navavidha Bhakti. We are not Parikshit or Prahlada to adopt one of those methodologies and reach the God. Will you suggest us to have all the nine together and go to the reach the God, or master one of those methods?
There is something called Ekanga Bhakti, something called Anekanga Bhakti. Ekanga Bhakti means you focus on only one activity of Bhakti, primarily. Others you may do, but limited. But you may focus on one particular limb of Bhakti, and that can give you perfection. Right? Or you can do Anekanga Bhakti, more than one. You do Shravanam Kirtanam.
For example, I have habit of only Shravanam.
Yes.
I never do any reading, I never do any singing or anything.
Yes.
I just
You can
listen to great people like you.
Yes. You can explore that one limb more. Others you do minimal, whatever is possible. Not that all the great people who perfected their lives with one limb of bhakti, they did not completely neglect other limbs. So you do the basic minimum of other things. And you explore more of your interest, your particular limb. Thank you.
Explain the process.
Hare Krishna. For whom?
For process, you can explain.
Oh, process. So Prabhu wants me to explain the process. We spoke a lot about in Kali Yuga, the process is to chant the names of the Lord. How to do it? So this is Japamala. It has 108 beats, 108, and you take the first beat and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Count 1. Then second, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like that you do 108, that becomes one round. It may take 7-8 minutes. Even if you're very slow, it may take 10 minutes. You chant at least one round to begin with. if not 2 rounds, depending on your bandwidth. That establishes a connection between you and the Lord through name, which is non-different from the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Very simple mantra also.
Prabhuji, not do index finger.
Yeah, correct. One more point. So you try to use like this. This finger, na, we point out faults in others. Therefore, we don't use this so much while chanting. So we chant like this, right? And also, it's a very long mala, so we keep it in a bag. And you put this finger in that bag. There's a hole in the bag. You put the finger in the bag so that you can hold it properly. So that's what this is meant for. This is pointing out faults in others. You engage this in the service of the holy name. Thus will become purified. So you chant this way.
Prabhuji, when you complete first round, how will you go for the second round?
Okay, you complete like this. And when you come here, many times devotees, they turn the mala like this and then begin from behind. The reason is, it is like Sikhamani, this is the main money, which we don't cross, right? So we turn. That you don't count. You chant some pranati mantra. We generally chant Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. You will know more about them later, but that's a mantra that is a prayer to 5 forms of the Lord. The Lord manifested in 5 forms. You chant their names and take their blessings and begin to chant. Who are these Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda? All that you will come to know very soon when you come regularly to our satsang. But at this moment, just chant like this. At least 1 round to begin with.
You should not cross over.
Yeah, cross. You just turn like this.
But Prabhuji, my daughter is 18 years old. She has this question. She could not come today because she has an interview for her admission. So she asked me that if we are part of God and if God is everywhere, then why this testing? Why He wants the soul to be tested like that? Why
You are asking an essay question at the end of the class. We need 1 more hour to explain this. Okay, I'll answer this question. Evening you come for the satsang, then we'll answer this question. I have another class in 18 minutes. So your 18-year-old child can wait for some time.